My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me this YouTube journey. So when you come into this live stream, give me a Fonzie. Hair hanging down. There it is. Give me a Fonzie by either tapping that screen or just simply hitting a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell. All of that helps out this channel, and I'm very, very grateful for all of your love and support. All right. So today is a Friday, TGIF. It's Friday, it is Goddess Day, it is Freya Day, whatever you want to call it. All right. So every Friday, we pull the Divine Feminine to get a message from the feminine, a feminine who wants to step forward, a goddess, a divine feminine goddess. All right. I just seen 111, so I feel like the first thing that they want to tell you is to be aware of your thoughts. Today is May 16th, which adds up to the 16 is a 7. 5 plus 7 is 12, which adds up to a 3. 1, 4, 4. So you're being called to do something today, collective. You're being called in this energy to be authentic. You're being called to make sure that you focus on what you desire. Don't focus on the negative. Don't focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can. What do you want to achieve? Okay. So let's take a look at astroseek.com here real quick and see what is happening up in the heavens, planetaries. See what's going on here real quick. I know we have a new moon coming. I'm going to get started on the moon readings. That's why I'm just doing a daily message, not individual messages like I usually do. All right. So the sun is in 24 degrees, 44 seconds of Taurus. 2444. So right off the bat, you need to know that you're protected. You also need to know that you need to stay in balance with your head and your heart. The moon is in 6 degrees of Taurus. So 6 degrees is being in a state of balance between your head and your heart. What is it that you desire? Focus on what you desire. Don't focus on what you don't want. All right. Mercury is in 25 degrees, 55 seconds of Taurus. So you got the sun, the moon, and Mercury, all three in the star sign of Taurus. So it could have something to do with money, your possessions. Hold on, so I get my cheat sheets out here. Of course, I grabbed the one I don't want. Finances, possessions, values, daily routines, and your environment. All right, so Mercury rules communication. The moon rules our subconscious, our emotions, and the sun rules our masculine. So our masculine and feminine are both Taurus. So what is it that you value? What is it that you want to magnetize into your environment will be very, very important. You have Venus in 25 degrees of Gemini. So you have Mercury and Venus both in 25 degrees. Okay. Taurus and Gemini, they're like conjunct is what I believe that you call that when they're in a specific, because it goes Aries, Taurus, Gemini. So Taurus and Gemini are side by side signs, and they're both in 25 degrees. So they are in conjunct. Mars is in 27 degrees of Aries. So there's a lot of hyped up emotions. There's a lot of bold actions, a lot of passion or aggression, depending on what side of the fence you're on. Mars rules um, action. It rules and it can be very intense, especially when it's in Aries, because Aries rules your self appearance, your identity, your first impressions, beginnings, and your attitude. So be aware of people around you who may try to supercharge you or trigger you. Jupiter is in 21 degrees of Cancer. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion, luck, and Cancer, the fourth house of home, family. Saturn is in 10 degrees of Aries. Saturn is the planet of structure, divine timing, karma. Big Daddy Saturn is the bus, the karma. All right. Uranus is in 1 degree of Gemini. Uranus rules our will, our uniqueness. So your inner unicorn is coming out. A lot of us are going, those of you who are on a twin flame journey, you're going to start identifying with everything that you have been through and identifying with being on that twin flame journey. Neptune is in 3 degrees of Aries. Neptunes are Pisces, our intuition, our subconscious, illusions. So illusions are breaking. Illusions are breaking, and we are starting to um, see, like, through the first impressions of people around us, the environment around us, like those illusions are cracking, and we're going to start seeing things for what they truly are. You're going to see that, first impressions don't all last, right? First impressions are also, you know, um, first impressions never last, but first impressions mean everything as well, right? But the illusions are breaking. Pluto is in 5 degrees Aquarius, but it is retrograde. It is also conjunct with the North Node in 5 degrees of Pisces. Lilith is in 6 degrees, 16 degrees of Sagittarius, and Chiron is in 8 degrees of Aries. So there's a lot of wounds still coming up that need to be addressed. There's a lot of wounds when it comes to how you appear, like such as how we fed ourselves or how we appear to the world, such as self-respect, self-worth. A lot of that is being healed. Aries rules your self-appearance, your identity, your first impressions, new beginnings, your attitude. All right. So the fact that we have the sun, our masculine side, in a masculine energy with 24 degrees, 44 seconds, that 4 really caught my attention, as well as Mercury and Venus in conjunct. When it comes to Gemini rules the house of the twins, it also rules communication. Venus rules this lover, family, friend, but it does rule love. All right. So for a lot of you, you could be getting something coming out of the blue when it comes to either love or career. Okay. So it's a little bit about the energies around us. So let me pull up what today's date, which is 516 or 515, sorry. 5151. Hmm. Think about that. May 15th, 2026, 5151. See how the 6 number is coming through? Oh, Jesus, I can't spell. A-N. Yeah, angel number. All right. All right, so 5151 is a powerful cosmic nudge signaling intentional transformation and major life breakthroughs. It combines the adventurous energy of the number 5, representing change and personal freedom, with the pioneering spirit of one, new beginnings, and self leadership, encouraging you to step into your power. So remember, we have that Aries there, that it's Chiron in Aries, encouraging you to face your fears, right? Face that shadow and step to your leadership role, especially if you're on a twin flame journey. Seeing this sequence repeatedly is a reminder from the universe to embrace upcoming transitions with confidence and optimism. Its core meanings vary across key aspects of life. It is time to release habits that no longer serve you. That's the Chiron in Aries. Those are habits, those are wounds, those are facing that shadow side of who you are. Um, The angels are urging you to take the initiative, trust your intuition, and confidently shape your own destiny rather than running from change. Love and relationships. This number highlights a need for personal freedom and authentic growth. Remember, I said I seen 111, authenticity. Suggests that your relationship will evolve, requiring you and your partner to integrate sudden changes while building deep emotional roots. Career finance. You're on the verge of a positive professional or financial shift. That's why you have what was them two numbers conjunct of two planets, Venus or Mercury. Yeah, I think it was Venus and Mercury. Anyways, um, expect new opportunities to present themselves and trust that your current decisions are building towards long-term stability and success. To dive deeper into how this sequence specifies applies to your current life path, consider exploring detailed breakdowns. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be different for everybody. All right. It's going to be a different message for everybody. So, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. I'm very, very grateful for that. All right, so let me put my down here. Let's bring forward. Oh, look, this goddess fell off the top. The goddess of self knowledge. The essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So this is talking about identity, identifying with your own knowledge, with the wisdom that's within you, because it already is within you. That's what the year of the magician talks about. Everything that you need is within you. The last time stream I had talked about cleaning, doing a lot of spring cleaning, cleaning out your mental body, cleaning out your emotional body, cleaning out your spiritual body, removing the boxes. And what do you find? That golden cup of love. And daggone, the cup of love come out. So yeah, that's basically what we're continuing to do today. 5151 is a double six, which double sixes add up to 12, which reduces down to a 3. Authenticity 111, where you put your focus is what you're manifesting. So manifest, put focus on what you desire, focus on what you want to build. Don't focus on I don't believe in myself, or I can't do this. Don't put your focus on that. Focus on I know I can. I know I can achieve this. I know I'm worthy of this. I know, I believe in miracles. I believe that this is meant for me. So start off with I am. I am worthy. I am lovable. I deserve this. I manifest what's meant for me. Say those kinds of things. Keep that vibration high. Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure that you cleanse your energy, because trust me, if you are here and your journey is hard and you're like you have that double mission like a lot of us out here do, you have that enemy who's coming up against you. They're doing everything they can to block you, to weigh you down. And that's why we are here fighting this spiritual battle, to help not only for us to go through that breakthrough, to understand how to do it, so we can guide others with what we know by stepping into that leadership power, stepping into our personal power, identifying with our personal power, identifying with who we are and why we are here. Yes, the collective is going through a major awakening. There's a lot of things happening in the outside world. I recommend not to watch the media because it's all hyped up. It's fear mongering. They instill them seeds subliminally into your head, and we don't need that, right? We don't need that. All right. So, what goddess wants to come out and bring a message for the collective today, May 15th, 2026? But goddess wants to come out and bring a message to the collective. Okay, Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. So coming into sacred union, see how she's got that light illuminating from her, and I have no idea how to pronounce this. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support. So warrior saint, that's that wounded warrior energy. And then Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. So yeah, trusting the answers within you. That's that magician energy, knowing who you are, understanding that you have everything you need already within you. You don't need anything outside of yourself. All right, so let's see here. Mira Bai. I know I'm chopping it up, and I please accept my apology, goddess, because I cannot pronounce your name. A number 84, which adds up to a 12. That 12 energy, that's today, 5151 84. 8 is connecting your higher self. 4, trusting that you're divinely protected. Where you put your focus is what you're manifesting. All right. So the 12 is very significant for today. All right. So this beautiful goddess embodies a love that lets us do what's right for our own lives, no matter what others might think. Exactly. Not caring about what other people have to say, right? Not, how do I want to say this? Sticks and stones might break my bones, but names will never hurt me. What you say and what you do bounces off of me and sticks to you. I know that sounds like a childhood poem, but it is. Think about it. How many times, have you been bullied on the playground, or somebody has tried to push you around, and then here you had to stand your ground, right? Basically, that's what I'm feeling from this card. No matter what others think, Mira is a Bhakti poet and mystic from, oh my gosh, I don't know why they have to put these crazy names in here. India. She was born a princess in the late 15th century. She unwillingly married Hoj Raj, the crown prince of Mawar in 1516, but she considered Krishna to be her true husband. Legends say that her husband's family tried to kill her several times for defying the social customs and the expectations of a wife. But in each of these legends, this beautiful goddess love for Krishna would miraculously save her. She wears a Krishna forehead marking. She does. Over her third eye, too. Look at that, right over her third eye, as a sign of her devotion to him. Northern India in the 16th century was besieged by violent battles between Hindus and Muslims. Mirabai's husband, father, and father in law all died in the war with the Islamic army of Babur. I'm sorry if I'm chopping it up, I apologize wholeheartedly. The founder of Mughal Empire. Mirabai refused to join her husband on his funeral pyre and again defied social and cultural expectations. She became the central poet saint of the Bhakti movement during her difficult period in Indian history. The Bhakti movement is a spirit path focused on the cultivation of personal love for the divine. It's a devotional form of worship that believes anyone can have direct access to the divine regardless of sex, caste, or religion. And that is the truth. It doesn't matter your belief system as long as you believe. As long as you have faith in that higher power, it doesn't matter the name that you put on that higher power. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if it's Joshua, it doesn't matter if it's Krishna, it doesn't matter, right? It's all in what you believe. It's a devotional form of worship that believes anyone can have. Okay, I already read that. Mirabai became the symbol of people suffering under the caste system and the persecution that ensued if anyone tried to defy social or political standing. Her poems are lyrical padas or love songs using metric verses, and they are also widely known and cherished because they relate an ultimate freedom that Mirabai out her love for Krishna. So when I read that part, there's a song back in 2020, I was going to contract with a female down here in town where I live at. And I believe everything has a purpose. Every person, place, and situation in your life that you come across has a purpose. Well, while I was there, we would do, it was kind of like a spiritual counseling session. I'm not sure, I can't remember what day it was, Tuesday or Thursday or something along them lines. This was a long time ago. But, anyways, there was a song that one of the hosts of this session would play by Jagdish, and it was called Art Ardi's Bahi or something like that. It talks about, it's a song about miracles. I live in a house of miracles. I play it often, and the first time I heard it, I got chills from my head clean to my toes. And I knew when I get chills like that, I knew there was something special about that song. So when I am trying to manifest or I'm trying to keep my vibration high or my thoughts positive, I will play that song. I pretty much know it off by heart. There, she speaks. I think it's kind of an English language, but it's more like, I don't know how to explain it. But if I remember, I will tag that song in the description box. It's by Jagdish. It's called Bahi. Ardi's Bahi is the name of it. ArdehsBahee. It's this goddess just brought it to my mind. All right. So often, without even realizing it, we make choices based on external expectations, on how we think other people will perceive our actions. That's about caring about what other people think. You don't need that. Who cares what you, there's always going to be a hater. There's always going to be somebody who disagrees with you. There's always going to be somebody saying that you're wrong. You're wrong. That's it doesn't matter, right? Sometimes then people come into our life to make us thick our skin because there's always going to be somebody who disagrees with you. Always. Like for instance, you believe in Jesus and somebody else believes in another kind of a higher up there, and or for us who are on a spiritual journey and don't go to churches, and for those who do go to churches and stand in worship, they're going to always disagree with us because we have a different way of connecting with our with whoever we worship, right? Just because I don't go to church doesn't mean I don't believe in Jesus. Jesus was real. He was a human. I'm going to believe in him, you know. But that doesn't mean that I'm any worse or any better than somebody who goes to church and worships that doesn't mean that, right? So it's about the sticks and stones, not caring about what other people's belief systems are, not caring if somebody doesn't believe that you're doing something the right way, because there is no right or wrong way, to tell you the truth, right? um as long as you believe, that's what matters. It's your faith. It's not it's all about your faith, right? Ultimately, only you can know what needs to be done or said. You have this one brief life, and every second of it matters. This beautiful goddess is about standing up for what you know is right, or even for you, even if others will judge you for it. The fear of being persecuted can convince us not to be true to who we really are. There's a love, though, that's far larger than human constructs and cultural views. Love isn't ethical. Love isn't bound by any idea of what's socially acceptable. Love is what sets us free from the expectations that binds us. Love, in whatever way it binds us, asks us to stay loyal to our own soul. Any outside force or person who asks us to betray our most intimate relationship with the divine isn't out of love. This beautiful goddess, her true husband wasn't one she was married to. The love that made her brave, the love that inspired her every poem and action was a divine for Krishna. So the laws that bound her to The strict expectation of being a wife didn't actually apply to her. Love asks us to look at what really matters to us and at what we really truly value. And love asks us to bravely defy expectations in order to be true to ourselves. Love wants us to marry our own soul. So, a coming to that sacred union within ourselves, right? You don't, this is like the energy of you don't need somebody else to be happy when you're already happy with who you are, when you're already happy and secure within thyself, right? What holds me back from expecting my truth? And that's what you need to ask yourself. What's holding me back from expressing my truth? Set the intention of love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Now, see, I have this ring on my ring finger and I bought it. And everybody's like, oh, are you married? You in a relationship? No, no, I'm married to myself. And I said that when I bought that ring. I am married to myself. And I have been staying loyal to myself. All right. So, okay. So let's move on to the next goddess here before I go on this rant. All right, so my go. I'm sorry if I chopped that up for those of you. Okay, 134, 13, which is a 4, and a 4. 44 goes back to that 8, right? I said that. 444 is the, what was it? The sun that was in 24 degrees, 44 seconds. Okay. She represents the otherworldly courage and resourcefulness that comes with deep devotion and commitment. She was born on in the 17th century in what is now, oh my gosh, Amritsar, Punjab. At the time of the 10th Guru Gobind Singh. She was raised a devout Sikh and was trained by her father to use a sword so that she could uphold the Sikh to defend but not attack. I'm sorry if I chop it up. Please don't hold it against me because these words are just wow. When she was a young woman, her village was threatened by Mughal forces. She heard that the, oh my goodness, or warrior saints appointed by the Guru to defend the Sikhs had defected and were fleeing back to their village. This beautiful goddess took her sword and went village to village, convincing the warrior saints to go back and protect the Guru from the advancing Mughal army. She gathered 40 men to fight with her. On December 29th, 1705, the small, courageous band of Sikh warriors rushed out to protect the legacy of their religion in the Battle of Muxtar with this beautiful goddess as their leader. Ma was the only one to survive. Guru Gobind Singh blessed these 40 men and declared them Chali Mukti, the 40 liberated one. May became the Guru's personal bodyguard and dressed in men's attire until she retired and spent her last years immersed in meditation. This beautiful goddess is considered to considered a great Sikh war saint. This is the wounded warrior energy that I'm getting. Those of you who identify with the wounded warrior, everything that you have been through, right? Every wound that you've experienced, everything that has knocked you down, and then you bounce back up with this wand of inspiration of how to bounce back up. What was I meant to learn from what knocked me down? Right? That's that wounded warrior energy. This is talking about, trusting the divine has your back, right? They're showing me the ones. It's like I see this beautiful goddess sitting there with that one, with four wands on this side, four wands on this side, that eight wands surrounding her and protecting her. That fiery energy of Archangel Michael protecting her, and anything that comes through that fire gets purified and transmuted into light. Okay. Um, so that's what they're showing me in my third eye. Um, the house where she spent her last years of meditation has been converted into a, oh my goodness, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. A sick place of worship. Her sword and musket are on display as saint relics, as a symbol of fierce courage, my displayed out of her devotion to the Guru. She saved the Sikh religion from extinction. And in that song, Ardi's Bahi, it talks about Guru, right? Um, that's one of the words in it. A guru word. I'll try, if I remember, I will link it. Um, Devotion grounds us and allows us to see how many resources are available to us. And devotion elevates our perception so that the spiritual realm can infuse us with light, strength, and energy that is greater than our own. Devotion is the action we feel compelled to take that demonstrates our commitment to love. The power of my oh, I'm sorry, devotion kept the Sikh religion alive. The task seemed impossible, 46 against a whole Mughal army. But what has never happened before becomes possible through true devotion and the force of pure love. Mai is a warrior saint who reminds us to become fully devoted to what we love, right? That's that Chiron in Aries energy, the wounded warrior energy. Courage isn't an effort. It isn't something we have to cultivate. Courage is what commitment to love bestows to us. Devote yourself fully to what's at hand, to what's in your heart, and the strength, the support, and the courage to complete the task will rise to meet you. So, the question you can ask yourself is, what am I committed to do with my entire being? That's where you put your focus. Remember, threes, where you put your focus. I focus with desire to, okay? Intention. I am a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support, right? So you're definitely attracting. So that's the intention you need to set with with this particular goddess. This is absolutely beautiful today. Look how they're similar their names are. If you just rearrange some letters a little bit, right? Look how she's got that light shining from her heart. She's got that jewel hanging off the third eye. The red around her tells me that she's secure, right? She's secure within who she is, identifies with who she is, and she's secure within that. Look how she's in yellow, right? Yellow and blue. Yellow represents your solar plexus, your power, your courage, your strength. The blue represents your throat chakra, right? She's got that sword raised. Who carries that sword? Archangel Michael. Look how they both have crowns around their head. See how she's got that illumination on her crown chakra? She already knows who she is. She knows what she's meant to do, right? So give me one wisdom card, Mir Bai. Can I have a little bit more wisdom? What wisdom would offer the collective today? Just one card, please. Some wisdom that you would like to offer the collective today with I'm telling you. Look, third eye chakra. Look, she's got that third eye. And look, you got somebody who's pregnant, about to give birth. So to me, this represents the Empress energy. Look how they got that big heart, right? That talks about love, that big heart above her head. So her wisdom to you today is to be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude. Okay. It'll be very, very important. The fact that it's coming through with the eye, I feel is very important as well. So you are capable of more than mere mortal conversation. This is a time of enlightened communication, and you will raise a consciousness of others. You stepping into self mastery. The gifts you see in others already live within you. So that's basically a shortened version of what she is trying to express to you. You are more than a mortal conversation, such as listening to other people's advice, listening to other people's blah 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 blah, blah red pill, blue pill stuff, right? You are worth more than that. Lucy's best friend writes a letter to Lucy's unborn child. She does this so that one day the child will understand how extraordinary her mother is. Lucy is a friend from Indigo. So somebody is an Indigo child. Someone who always supports, never judges, always sees the good side, whatever the circumstances, and uplifts all those around her. In this letter, her gratitude for Lucy shines through. So, gratitude raises your vibration to a higher level. If you're unhappy in any relationship, Lucy reminds you that it's always in your power to change it. There's no mystery to being a good person. Good people just do good things. Friendship, deep love, pregnancy, nurturing, unconditional love towards others and self. Appreciation, recognition, and self esteem. So, I am talking to the divine feminine side of the collective today. Doesn't matter what gender you are. You could be a male, you could be a female. We all have masculine and feminine energies. I'm talking to the Empress here, right here. See how she's pregnant? Look at the lavender on her belly. So be grateful, right? Love is what is going to set you free. All right, can I have one card for my Bahago? Can you give me some wisdom that you want to bring to the collective? And what do you have? You have the throat chakra. Look, throat chakra energy. So, quest, a warrior of love. My devotion attracts resources and support on your journey. So, quest card talks about this being right here, right? How she's like, I gotta walk through this thicket, I gotta walk through quicksand, I gotta walk through this mud on my journey. And the inner child comes out and says, no, the road is clear, right? So it's how you're viewing your journey, how you communicate outside of yourself. See the cat o' nine tails, right? See the thicket of mud, but this side is all nice and green and fresh. Something about cat o' nine tails could be significant for you. Navy combines the blue of communication with the darkness of the unknown, allowing us to discover the truth. There is bravery in an ability to face the truth head on. That's wounded warrior. You have the ability to face anything head on, no matter what comes out of nowhere. Something could be coming out of nowhere. So you're discovering your truth, and it's going to set you free. The truth is to be grateful for each and every experience, people, place, and situation that come into your life. That non-wounded warrior energy. Because what has knocked you down has given you the inspiration through that wound to stand back up and be able to offer that advice to other people. The truth, right? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You're going to have haters. You're going to have people who judge you. You're going to have people who don't agree with you. Whether it's religious or just anything, there's always going to be that. Always. Somebody is always going to oppose you. It's that red, blue pill, red and blue pill, right? Um, it's just how it is, right? It's a shame, but it's how it is. So Mrs. Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the dead swamp and walk the neighbor trail that no one has dared to tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished, that the past she is already before her. Let me repeat that. The deadly swamp has vanished. The past she seeks is already before her. Mrs. Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but it is in the here and now. As Mrs. Patriot travels home, the Navy trail stretches out before her. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself space for self discovery. Um, it is time to take risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? Being open to wisdom, imagine dangers, commitment to your past. So there could be with this warrior with the sword up, like that wounded warrior. I'm always looking over my shoulder. What's going to happen next? What shoe is going to drop? Who's going to come out of nowhere and attack me? Am I going to have this? Am I going to have a nightmare tonight? What witchcraft or what spiritual entity is going to attack me tonight? That's that wounded warrior energy that we experience. So, being open to wisdom, imagine dangers into your path. Right there is the path is clear. The saint of true freedom. You are truly free, and you are attracting resources and support to you. So stop viewing your path in that Nine of Wands energy. The path is clear. You are protected. You already have everything within you. This time we're talking about that wand in the magician energy. A couple days ago was the cup. Today it's that wand because you need all of it. You need the sword, you need the wand, you need the cup, and you need the wand, the sword, the cup. What's the other one? The pentacle, right? So the answer that you need is already within you. But that's what you need to know. On the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So don't allow your heart to trick you. Don't allow, people to call you nuts because look at that basket of nuts, right? Don't allow the people naysayers to trick you. Don't allow what is in your heart, right? Because this is heart chakra energy. Don't allow these nutty individuals or nutty situations to trick you. Your heart should be open to receive, right? And accept that you are worthy. Accept it. For some of you, you may be a medium. See how that spirit is behind this beautiful person on this card? You need to accept it. Accept your path is clear and don't allow people, places, and situations to trick you because you're creating your own reality. You may have some vain people around you. People who are vain, people who think they're better than you, people who have to stop in the mirror and fix their hair and have their makeup perfect. And, because why? Because you are imperfect and they want to be better than you. So be aware of that. Those are the people who are going to come in and try to trick you. You need to listen to your heart. Love is what's going to set you free. Love. And that love is going to help you to see something clearly. So, nearby with the gratitude, what does the collective need to let go of today? What does the collective need to let go of today? Nearby, the saint of true freedom, fear of change. Let go. Let go of the fear because change is in the air. Look, see how that sun is shining? Sun is in Taurus. 24 degrees, 44 seconds. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of change in your job, your health, or relationship. Or if you fear aging or death, repeat this affirmation. I have faith that all is well. My Ibago quest, what is the collective need to let go? What do you recommend that the collective lets go of? Low self-esteem. What did I say that? You deserve success, love, and abundance, right? My devotion attracts resources and support, and you deserve it. Send an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Look how this card is yellow and orange. Yes, you are worthy. The wounds, the ego, the fear, it's tricking you and it's actually blocking you from receiving it. Ego. Yeah. Somebody is very vain. So the ego, that's the fear that tells you. See how you got that masculine in there? Something in that masculine energy. You need to let go of results and surrender to spirit. Whew. This is a heavy one today, but I feel like it's so necessary. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, trust the answers within you. And that's what the quest talks about. Mm-mm-mm. Love it. I love how these cards come together. So let's get a little bit more information. We'll put this over here to this side. Mere bodies, surrender your fear of change and gratitude. Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords in reverse talks about, you can see it's another third eye card. So it's about connecting to your higher self, Empress. It's about connecting to your higher self. Don't fear. See, she's got that sword raised, just like my Hoggo. I'm sorry if I'm chopping it, right? So this would be the Gemini energy that's coming when the Mali goes into new, which will be over the weekend. And then while it's still in new, it's rolling over into Gemini. What was in Gemini? Venus, divine feminine, Venus. Venus is the divine feminine, right? Mars is the masculine. So face that fear, right? Take that sword and cut away all them fears. Set yourself free, right? That's why you got that sword. That sword is handed to you to cut yourself free, cut away anything, people, places, and situations that no longer serve you, so that you can trust what you see, you can trust what you feel. And again, have that attitude of gratitude for everything you have been through. So this person is not a loyal individual when she's in reverse. This is somebody who uses the power of their words to hurt people. This is somebody who judges a lot, somebody who is likes to trick people, likes to play people, likes to play on our heartstrings. You know, this is somebody who comes in with fake love because they're vain. Somebody who judges somebody because maybe you are somebody who accepts yourself, right? This is somebody who comes in and says, I love you, you're my best friend, and then turns around and judges you behind your back. That's the kind of person the Queen of Swords is. Look, High Priestess. Sneaky, shady, right? Secretly backstabbing, betraying. See the Five of Swords? Secretly spying, lying, gossip, secretly judging, secretly, yeah, this is dark high feminine, trying to ruin somebody's reputation. Yep, that's what she does. She secretly tries to overpower, right? Secretly tries to overpower people. Secretly likes to betray, backstab, gossip, lie. Secretly likes to gather, see how she's got the five stars? Gather up people, point fingers, persecute, and judge people. Spreads a lot of rumors, spreads a lot of lies, and then comes face like she loves you. This is somebody who's vain, somebody who likes to abuse power. See the moon? Secretly, who likes to throw those negative thoughts at you, or like, well, this is the truth, right? This is what you need to do. This is how we can do this. This is somebody who secretly judges you, sneaking around behind your back, throwing them swords at you, false accusations, judgment, trying to ruin somebody's reputation. Right? This is a dark, what I call a dark feminine or a dark empress. Somebody who's very emotionally manipulative. Somebody who lacks compassion. right? Somebody who likes to judge people about how they look or how they feel, right? By by how they look, right? All right. My Bono quest, yeah, by trying to keep them confused, right? Trying to get them to think that they're going through that swamp, that quicksand, that deadly swamp, right? The deadly swamp when the road is actually clear in front of them, but they're still throwing these swords, trying to trick, right? Trying to trick somebody's heart by saying, "Oh, you're going through this deadly swamp," right? What did I say about the Nine of Wands? Didn't I say that that would come out? But this is in reverse. This is somebody who's taken it too far. This is somebody who has taken it too far. This is my wounded warrior. 711 could be significant. 9 is significant. The Nine of Wands in reverse talks about taking it to the extreme. And that's what this Queen of Swords did. This High Priestess, she took it to the extreme, played a lot of mind games. Uh, she did it for the glory, right? Did it for the glory. Used, maybe judged you because you have a different faith than they do. And I feel like that's what she did. She gathered up a group of people to come up against you because of your belief system. 8 of Wands, yeah. 4 of Cups. And then the Ace of Cups. So now you're finding that cup. You found your sword, now you're finding your cup. You're also finding your wand here. But the wand will come when you let go of this fear, when you let go of the ego and you surrender, not feeling worthy. And that's what they wanted you to feel. They wanted you to feel as though you're not worthy. They wanted you to stay in this wounded warrior energy. This is that Chiron in Aries energy. And this is somebody who come in and pretended to be your, like, somebody who supported you, somebody who was a true friend, and the whole time they were betraying you behind your back. They were sneaking around with other people, pointing fingers, gossiping, lying. Because why? Because they felt they were better than you. This is somebody who did not love you. All right, my Baga quest is surrender low self-esteem. 9 of Cups. So we got 999 here. The 2 and the 7 is a 9, 9 of Wands and a 9 of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who was playing on your low self-esteem. We got 2 sacral chakra cards. So definitely something out of balance between your masculine and feminine energy. Your sacral chakra and your solar plexus. This is somebody who is siphoning off of your emotional body. Secretly spinning off of your emotional body. Your divine feminine, your sacral chakra. Somebody who wanted to keep you in this creative war, deadly war. The 9 of Cups in reverse talks about searching for happiness outside of yourself, not feeling worthy, right? I'm not worthy. Not, yeah, that's that deadly swamp. The swampy emotions, keeping you in that swampy emotions of keeping you, your ego telling you, I'm not worthy. I can't do this. Right? This person played a lot on your emotions. They thought they were better than you. They thought they had power over you. And they stayed devoted to attacking you. verbally, emotionally, mentally, because we got that crown chakra here. 999. And I feel like this person was trying to steal your identity as well. And that's why they wanted to keep you in this fear. They wanted to keep you in this deadly trap, this deadly swamp of emotions. And I feel like they inserted themselves as somebody who would devote themselves to being your friend. Oh, I love you. You're my best friend. And the whole time, they were taking them swords and stabbing you with them. This person can't run no more. They can't run or turn their back to what's about to go down, because the path is clear now. The path is open. So you're being asked to release any remnants of this low self-esteem, any remnants in that emotional body. And one of the ways to do that is to take a piece of selenite and take it over your sacral chakra, which is right below your belly button. Take some Palo Santo, some sage, take salt baths, do all of it. It'll help you ground your energy is very significant. Because why? Because you deserve your success. You deserve to be happy, right? You deserve it. And this person felt like you deserved to be attacked. You deserved to be persecuted, right? And that's the truth. They wanted you to stay in this hopeless energy. They were trying to steal your star. They were trying to steal your new beginning, right? But you have let go of that despair, and you took your power back from it, because this talks about healing the heart, right? Healing, taking back your power from that pain, not allowing the ego to block you anymore. That's the truth. See that sword coming down? This person wanted you to stay in this hopeless energy of, my new beginning is going to manifest. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy. That's because they were trying to steal it. Intention was to steal it. The star card in reverse, look at the heart chakra. Somebody's a star seed. Any final messages? Any final messages? Yep. Look at this tentacle. So the final message is, you are attracting resources, the Ten of Pentacles. You are attracting your Ten of Pentacles. See, the chest is open. The chest is open. Look at all that treasure. You are treasured by the divine. The cycle is complete. You are attracting money towards you. You are attracting success towards you. You are attracting long-term success. The chest is open. The path is clear. Remember, the path is clear. This person didn't want you to see that. That was their journey. They did not want you to see that. They wanted you to stay stuck in the past. They didn't want you to seek that answer within you of how to attract. What they were doing was playing a lot of mind games, because your mind is magical. What you think about, you bring about. They wanted you to stay in this hopeless energy, because you are very sensitive. Whoever I'm talking to, you're very, very sensitive. And see the dogs on this card? They treated you like a dog. They thought they were the master over you. They didn't want you to be free, right? They didn't want their secrets to be revealed. They didn't want you to be free. They didn't want you to be free to attract your success. They didn't want you to be free from this deadly swamp of emotions that they put you in, because they felt you didn't deserve it. They felt they were better than you. They wanted you to keep you in fear. They could have did some death magic to block you, your finances, the hair fit. Look, you are free. The chains that have bind you to this darkness, you are now free from. Look, this energy. So this talks about religious structures. So this person could have gathered up a bunch of church-going religious people to come up against you. This also could be, this talks about structure, right? They did this on like a every day, like on a routine level. Look, 15, 10 and a 5, 15, 15. That's today's date. You are free, my loves. This person was evil eyeing you. See the eye? Watching every move you made. See how you got the masculine, this feminine? Look at that one illuminated. There's your one. You found that one. You found that source of inspiration. That's beautiful. How about that to close it down? And this person was very egotistical, very vain, very egotistical. Like I said, they thought they were better than you. They thought they could be your master. You would be their dog. Like you could be their welcome mat. This is I'm getting deadly warrior energy. Somebody who come in as a true friend, but they were actually a deadly warrior. The sun in Taurus. Look at that. When it comes to your money, your possessions, the trunk is open. Your treasure is here. You are free from these. You're free from the darkness. You're free from the darkness. The chains have broken. And you were able to walk away. You were walking away. You were finding the 8 cups within you. You're walking away. You're moving on. You're remaining calm. You're finding peace, right? Holding on to that inner child, protecting her or him, right? And that's the truth. Severing these cords, cord cutting is very important. Healing, letting go of codependency, letting go of low self-esteem, letting go of any darkness that has kept you bound, letting go of the ego, negative thought patterns. See, look, that darkness playing in that divine feminine's ear. See, she found the cup. This is so beautiful. I am so proud of you guys. Good job. The cycle of hard lessons with the 999. This was a hard lesson, hard patterns. So I feel like for some of you, whoever I'm talking to, you've learned very hard lessons, very valuable lessons about trusting people. You may have valued this person. You may have actually had feelings for this person, but they didn't care about you. The only thing you cared about was getting into that treasure. That's the only thing they wanted. Stealing your identity. keeping you in a slower vibrational energy by playing on your wounds. Keeping you in fear. All right, final messages. Yep, Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. And that's exactly what you're doing. The light is here. Divine intervention occurred. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Yes. You deserve to be happy. You deserve it. Know that you're being guided. Yes. You're being guided. Look at that child saying, no, 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 the path is clear. There's no more deadly swamp. The path is clear. You deserve success. Happiness is your purpose. You deserve it. So where you put your focus is what you're acting. Thank you, angels, for helping me to focus on my priorities. You have a loved one in heaven who is showing you the signs and synchronicities. 999, 551, 666. Love and accept yourself. Right? Because you deserve that treasure to be open for you. So turn your back to the picture that this narcissistic, emotional, reactive abuser who was secretly stabbing you in the back the whole time, right? Cut her out of your life. Cut that cord, because she is really trying to play a lot of mind games, play on where you put your focus. So remember that. The loved one in heaven, you could be seeing their birth dates. You could be seeing 111, 11, 555, 999, 5151, right? This is coming from a passed over loved one who's saying, I love you. You are treasured. The path is now clear because we done stepped in and intervened in this situation. And they can no longer play mind games with you. They can no longer block your long-term success. This person could have been using pictures against you, using your family against you, trying to use your ancestors against you. It talks about your ancestors. So something about trustworthy friends, and I feel like it's that high priestess coming through. That you could trust me. I'm not your past, but the whole time they're taking them swords while they're smiling in your face, stabbing you in the back. Spreading a lot of lies, a lot of rumors, gossip, playing on your emotions, making you feel less than. You have Archangel Michael's twin flame coming through, telling you to have faith. Stay calm, trust good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Rise into that light, because everything you need is already within you. Thank you for watching, guys.